when you get cut the worst. That's when you take off things you don't want to take off, is you just push down and just a medium pressure. Same here. Careful. A little pressure. Yeah, I got too much stuff on my table here, and as I'm cutting, it's making too much noise. I think it's time to take the knife. The knife. Oh, there it is. A lot of cleaning up to do. There's still more. Okay, I think let's put the pencil in. Make sure I'm right here, because here's the center line. Center line that's goofed up. All right, here we go. Medium pressure. Careful. So put a little dent there where that came out of there, where the shoulder will start. I think on the other side we do have quite a bit more to cut out of there. So far, because if I put a little dent here for the shoulder, this will help. Just a little dent. Oh yeah, I think we got even more to come on this side. I guess I didn't whack it too hard with the chisel. Back a little bit. Okay, starting to come out. Let's take the hair in a little bit. Okay, glove on. So it's really interesting. As you block everything out, you just block it out, then things begin to see how things go, how things are shaping up. Things shape up now. Here we go. Still want to be careful. Of course, I also want to be careful not take too much off the hair either. Adjustments can happen later. Right now, we're just getting some of this wood out of here. Let's get to the knife on that. Before we get the knife, let's see if we can dig a little deeper with the V tool. Sometimes I do use the V tool to do some cleaning out. Okay, let's clean that out a bit. The knife. Clean the bottom of the hat a little bit. Now, like I said, I like to do clean, a nice clean cutout or clean block out. Not because maybe that's where we'll end up at the end, but it's that you can see better as to how things will go. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about that saw cut there. I think I'll be all right. think we'll have to work on that saw cut later. The little shoulder cut in there where the hair will go. So far, so good. Get some more of that on the hair. Get that out of there. Yeah, out of there. Should I go this way? Then you can tilt your head. Go a little bit like this. Try not to get it in the lens. So far, so good. Okay, let's continue on. Well, let's now that we got that roughed out pretty good, let's start back at the bottom. Work our way back up again. Now, where is our, here she is. I want to go, where's my measuring device? So this time from the belly button. Like I said, everything is from the belly button. I got the belly button right here too. We're going to go down to here. Just so we know what that is. Pencil. And we're going to go from there. Alright, let's get these out of the way. Yada, yada, yada. Get my chisel glove on because I'm going to use my V tool. Make sure I'm in this time. I kind of. Oh. Thought I hit the. There we go. I think I need to get a little more friendlier to the camera. Okay. Tool in the center. From here. And then we're going to make a little V here. Okay, now we need to do a little bit of digging. I'm going to have the feet kind of, the legs kind of together. We can do a little bit separate. The reason why I don't want to separate is because then we got to do a lot of digging out there. The next thing I want to do then, to get it ready, get things ready, now where's my other one, is how far do we want to have the cloak go back? We could probably have the cloak go back as far as there. We can keep it there. I think we can keep it. It's just that we got to remember that when we dig down, we are going to dig down to, and she's just going to have sort of a leotard type of pants on. So I'm just going to mark this. You know, the dashes, like, so that's how deep we have to dig. Which gives me the impression, I know, and we needed to start here. I guess this part here was irrelevant to put that in. Meaningless, again. Let's put this on. Do a stop cut with the chisel. Stop cut with the chisel. Now if we bump into, while carving, and we bump into the robe and scratch it up a little bit or hit it a little bit, that's okay. We can, again, like I said, we can always shape it. It is, what did I say? It's imperfect, so. Oops. I know I kind of look like I'm carving using the chisel funny or something once in a while. It's just that I'm trying to get it under the camera just right. Now you can use your round chisel. We'll get back to that later. But I just want to get things started here. We'll stop cut here. And it is important at this point to realize that the legs do go in. I had it to that purpose because, I mean, you might see this a lot when a lot of people, when they have a little, whoever has their hands behind their back, that they kind of lean forward a little bit. Or actually the hips, pardon me, lean forward a little bit. And we can change the. I think we're ready to get my round chisels out here. My number 9s. Let's not go too far. I just want it around this area here. So all I care about is rounding this area here. Now I don't want it to be the cloak to be too uniform here. I mean too squared off, but let's clean it for now. Where are you? There you are. I gotta get used to being careful here, not to use my knife as a wedge tool, as a pry tool. I had one knife that I broke and then kept fixing, and time went on. I just kind of use it as sort of like a blunt knife where I could carve, and actually use it a lot like a pry tool. So I thought, no, I better not do that. So I gotta wean myself out of that. All right. Now let us put that line back in. Where are you? Right there. Move my tools around here. Too clattery here. I'm on a card table here, and I try to anchor it down as best I could. I'm going to let you look at that while I get my glove on. Let me get more friendly with the camera here. Okay, now the next thing is taking knives and little chisels and whatever and pencils and trying to round off. Now, just kind of in the beginning process of shaping here. Interesting, I don't know if you can hear the house finch twiddling away out there. I like to get kind of close to a window so I can get some light. Okay, what I like to do is get our pattern out and make sure that we got, well, let's do this. Center line for the leg. Now we want the feet to go out just a little bit here. Like that. And then we want, where's our measuring device? And I'm going to take the largest part of the leg and probably even then some. I'm going to go like about like there. And just kind of go straight down for now. Like I said, I don't want to open that up too much. See that? Of course the ankle will get a little thinner, just not too much open, so this comes down like this. And actually, yeah, this is the first major, shall we say, rounding. And it is kind of unfair to do this when you got this cloak here, but you know, carvings are like that sometimes. Oops, come on. And I want to finish this way. There we go. That's probably about as far as I want to open it for now. Maybe later I'll change my mind. And of course it depends on how deep you want to go as well. Get out of there. Kind of screwed up there. Same for this side. And again, we are going to shrink the leg quite a bit as we go on, but right now. Yeah, this is the way I like to carve, is you get started with one and then you move on to the next. And just getting started to the next to see how it all fits. You know, where you pull back and you say, how does that look? You know, how would that work to there, and how would that work to here? And then once everything is really in place, then it's a matter of just going straight to that item and detailing that item. You know, like when we start detailing or get into shaping the legs a little more, then we can just concentrate just on the legs. See, the feet, as of right now, the feet look pretty darn big, but we'll do something about that. Okay, now we're going to, I'm going to leave the feet. Should I leave the feet now? No, I'm not going to leave the feet now. Remember, she's got some boots on too. But she doesn't have any super heavy boots, so we can go in. Let me eye that. Right there. So you got that. No, so I got that backwards. Well, let's just kind of V for right now, and then we'll clean that up later. but I want to get it even to be going out. Where are you? Even out. See that better like that? See, getting there. I'll shape the boots a little bit here. And it does look like it's going to come down quite a bit. I mean, we're going to flatten that a little bit. Or unless we decide that she's wearing a boots with heels on, then that would probably be all right. So depends on what you want. Yeah, probably boots with heels, hiking boots or something. Yeah, one might be longer than the other. We're on our way because I got some bad cuts in there. There's this area again that's giving me trouble. The same thing on the other side. Keep giving it the feet are going in the opposite direction look. Okay, moving right along, we're going to go back up again. Now we're going to kind of work with this. How far back should we go? Because she's what she's got on is semi-scampy. I don't know if that's the best way to put it, but I'm going to first get that thing out of the way, get that chip out of the way. But we want to leave just a little bit for clothing, of course. Yeah, I mean, it's actually not bad, except right around here, and kind of round this off here. Then it's just a matter of taking the saw marks off. And remember, we want to know where that belly button is, so we're going over here. Yeah, the belly button's right in the right spot. So saw marks, except, that's what I want to start with first. I want to just shape a little bit here. And it depends on how busty you want her to be. So this is going to be kind of a scoop here. Just a scoop here. We're just, right here, we're just going to get the saw marks off. Would it be easier if I use my, where is he? My super big chisel here. And don't take too much of the shape off. I mean, we're going to make her a little shapely. So this is kind of semi figure carving class-ish or something like that. Because even characters, I'm thinking female characters like Tinkerbell or Betty Boop, if you're familiar with those characters, They got very large heads, but the rest is pretty nice, if you know what I mean. All right, let's get the belly button back in there. Get the center line back in there. Oh, that might be off by a little bit. We'll work on that as we go. Okay, now what I want you to do is put a center line between here and here, between here and the edge. So it kind of bends like that. And then I want you to come up, oops, center line between, so you're creating sort of an inner hourglass figure here. And then what we want to do is take our knives, and you want to round it off just a little bit. So in other words, don't take too much off on the side. You're just rounding it. We'll get into the bends a little more right now, just a little rounding here. And like I said, other carving videos I've mentioned, I just simply turn the carving around. Oops. No, that wasn't the dinner bell. Now just a little bit, when you get up here, you don't want to bend it too much here. You'll see why. Or cut it round. Again, we're still just basically shaping. I mean, we're past the block out stage, but and of course it depends on what we're carving. Like when we get to the face, we'll be blocking that out one step at a time. Just getting her started here. Now for the figure, what we want to do, we want to get this spot right here. Whoops, almost lost her. Bottom here to here, that spot there. Or, what I said before, everything goes by the belly button. Pardon me. And we're correct. So I just want to anchor that in for right now so that don't go away. And what we want to do in the legs area is just come down a little bit at about a 45-degree angle, 45. Same over this way. And then you round it. And then see when we come back to the legs again, we're ready to round the legs. Okay, now the rounding process here is we want to take the tip of our knife, just scoop right here like this. And it's a scoop. And then it goes around like that. That's the hip. So now we got this scooped. So we're trying to bring out the thigh a little bit. Same on this side. Here's the difference between just leaving it as is. Oops. I could do. extension knife at this point here. And you can use a chisel too if you want. So now the figure is starting to come out. Now we want to do a little bit of this. Where's my big knife is what I want. Is we want to kind of bring the, they call it the pooch, out a little bit, which is below the belly button. So see, we're doing it just scooping. So the belly button stays there. And then it goes not too far up, another 30 degrees. And it still goes down, where's the belly button line? Still need to bring that pooch out a little more. Careful I don't lose that line. Now we're going to do some more detailing around the thighs as far as bringing that out a little more, because that's going to come out just a little more. So far so good. And then what we're going to do, put that over there. Let's round off this way. It'll just round it off a bit. So the figure goes in a little bit. I don't want to dig too deep because I don't know where that, not 100% sure where that hand is going to go. See, it's starting to get some three-dimensional effect there. Same with this side. I think we got too much hand. You know, I think right now I'm going to abandon this part till we get to the hands. Come on, get out of there. It's time to figure where the hand is going to go. So the hand is going to come up here. See, how does that look? Comes. Now I'm trying to think. I'm trying to wonder if I am going to put on a, what is it, a, where the shirt, which is going to put like a long sleeve shirt where the fabric is close to the arm. See, can I figure this out? Bend back a little bit. Okay. Pencil that in like that.